Hi everyone. Well, today I have a special guest, I would say. She's very efficient and quite a lovely lady as well. Met her the other day, and she does a profession which I think, if you're a small business, it's an invaluable profession that you should consider, and that is a virtual assistant. Now, a virtual assistant is literally virtual, which is why I've got Holly Thorne here virtually Skyping in with me. I thought, well, what's the point in dragging her out of the office when actually this is what she does and this is what she loves, working from home, helping small businesses. So, Holly, welcome. How are you
Hi,
today?
good, thank you. You?
Yes, not too bad. So, explain to me a little bit about a VA and how it does help small businesses.
Okay, well, I think most people set up in business because they're good at something, a particular thing. And when you run your own business, there are so many other things involved that you're not necessarily either good at that or you don't always have time for it. So things like your bookkeeping, keeping your documents in order, knowing where your paperwork is. So really, a virtual assistant will help you free up your time to do
Hmm.
the thing that you're good at so that you don't have to worry about the little admin bits in the background.
Hmm. So the other benefits then, because I know on your website you have a number of key benefits. So freeing up time is probably the biggest benefit for any small business, because as you said, we have enough to do just trying to be and provide the service or the products that we do on a normal basis. But because we effectively work alone or we just have a small team, it's really difficult to manage the time and all the admin. And most of us, unless we're someone like you, hate the admin side, because I'm quite creative. I absolutely hate doing the admin. I have a Friday as my admin day, but using a VA is just a lifesaver. So have you got any examples of like how you've helped a client in the past or now even?
Um, we have quite a wide variety of clients. So some are small organisations and some are individuals. Probably the best one to talk about is one of the individuals I look after. He is a management consultant by trade, so that he is good at strategic thinking, making things happen.
Hmm.
But he manages lots of different projects, and because of the way those projects are funded, the particular staff on each one can't necessarily do everything or work on other aspects of other projects.
Hmm.
So what I really do for him is I bridge the gap across those projects, and I have an overview of what each one is, and I make sure that his diary, which is always manic, that he's in the right place at the right time as best as I can, and that he has a good idea of what tasks are up and coming. And then I take away some of the admin that he doesn't need to think about. So, for example, I do his bookkeeping. I make sure that the accountants are aware of the details for payroll on time, so that the small team he does have get paid. But he also works from quite a small location, so there's not really room for a PA in the office
Hmm.
in addition to the members of staff he already has. So really one of the big benefits for small businesses using a VA would be that we work from our own office, our own desk. You don't have to worry about our equipment. And the other side of it as well is that he'll go through busy periods. So recently he's been launching a new project and or a new business really, and he has been incredibly busy over the last few weeks and used to be more than he would normally, and so I can increase hours or decrease hours as to fit his need at that
Right.
time.
Okay. So you're quite flexible then into to fit around his
Yeah,
business.
that's it. We kind of go with the flow really,
Hmm.
because you know that's as a small business ourselves, we know what that's like. Sometimes you'll have lots of clients on board, sometimes you'll have a quieter period. And as a small business, you don't necessarily want to pay for somebody to be there all the time.
Hmm.
So using a VA, you can just use the time that you need rather than pay for somebody to be employed by you on a either full time or part time basis.
So I guess also, if you did employ people, as you said, you're not paying them on a full time or part time basis, but also if they go sick, I take it because I know that there's two of you in the company. So if you go sick or you have to attend to a family emergency, then the other VA steps in and covers that work for you.
That's right. So it depends obviously on our capacity because there are only two of us. But the other thing we are building up is our network of other VAs who we use as associate VAs because we trust and know them. So if we've got additional work that we need to, either we can't service it that week, or as you say, if one of us goes sick, we've got other people we can rely on and that we trust that can support us in those times. So for the client, there should be no downtime. For us, obviously, we have to manage that.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, and I suppose by working with other VAs, one, you're helping them because they'll be a small business as well, and obviously I'm very, very keen to help small businesses as much as possible. But also because you will want them to be as good at their job as you are, because they will be representing your business, you only would bring on board people who you could really, really seriously trust and rely on to actually complete the work for you.
Absolutely. Cool. It's our reputation at risk if we don't do our job well, whether that's us directly or whether it's someone working for us. So it's really important for us to find someone that can keep to what we see as our standard.
Brilliant. Okay. Anything else that a VA does? So I know a friend of mine. She uses a VA, but predominantly the bit that she hates doing is chasing up for money. So chasing up invoices. That's the bit she doesn't like, to ask people for payment. But that's like so you offer really peace of mind as well, don't you? As a VA. So I think go on.
Sorry, I interrupted. There's you'll find lots of VAs will have niches or specialities. So that may come from their experience previously. So there are PAs who specialise in managing social media, that particularly specialise around medical. We've by chance ended up with a lot of kind of healthcare related clients, not deliberately. That's just the way it is. We do things like chasing up invoices, and we can do, say, bookkeeping, issuing invoices, because sometimes that's a big deal. At the end of the month, you suddenly go, oh no, I've got my invoices to send out. Yeah. If you've got a VA in place, they'll schedule ready to do that. So it's quite interesting. You may find, I don't know, some people that use two different VAs, so they'll use one for the diary work and the basic admin, and then they'll have a speciality VA who knows about a particular area that they'll use for that part of their business.
See, that's interesting. I didn't know is that VAs could specialise in a particular area. So that's a really good tip for people when they're actually looking out for a VA. Brilliant. Holly, it's been lovely chatting to you, virtually or otherwise, and hopefully I'll see you soon. And everyone, this is Holly Thorne, VA. If you haven't got a VA and you are desperately doing too much admin and not enough time selling and promoting your business, then I do recommend that you just invest in one. It's so much better. Cheers.